In January 2017, I went to Honduras for a semester abroad. My time in Honduras was incredibly formative for me as I learned a new language, I lived with a host family, I learned a new culture, I ate new foods, and I grew a lot in my faith. While I have tons of great memories from my time in Honduras, a few stick out in particular. One of these memories is from a weekend that I spent in Comayagua. About half of our group went there for the weekend because one of the girls in our group had a connection to some orphanages there. While we were there, we visited an orphanage for all boys, an orphanage for young moms with their babies, and an orphanage for all girls. With the girls, we played soccer and guessing games, and we drew chalk, and of course we had dance competitions and singing competitions, and it just had a blast hanging out. After a long day at all these orphanages, we went to one last orphanage. This was an orphanage for girls with special needs. This is especially important to me because I've had a lot of experience with special needs in my life. I have a close cousin named Aubrey who has Down syndrome, and I also have a cousin named Katie with Angelman syndrome. On January 22, 2013, Katie met Jesus. Katie was a beautiful soul and a huge part of my family. Her death was really hard, but we found comfort in the fact that she was finally free. We correlated it to a butterfly, a powerful image of liberation flying to Jesus. We planted a butterfly garden, and we remember her sweetly when a butterfly flutters past us. At her funeral, we sang 10,000 Reasons and the words, "And on that day, as my strength is failing, the end draws near and my time has come. Still my soul will sing your praise unending, 10,000 years and then forevermore." To this day, I often have tears come to my eyes when I hear those words. So we arrive at this orphanage, and I am surrounded by all these girls that remind me of Katie. They're just joyful and excited to see us, and they come right up to us and just want to engage with us, and just their smiles just light up the room. So we walk into this courtyard area in the center of the orphanage, and I look around me, and on the walls I see painted flowers and butterflies. And we end up sitting in this gazebo in the center, and one of the workers suggests that we sing some songs with them. So one of the girls in my group picks 10,000 Reasons for us to sing in Spanish. So in that moment, I'm just so overwhelmed. It's almost a surreal feeling because I'm sitting with these girls that remind me of my cousin, and we're singing the song that we sang at her funeral, and around me are painted butterflies. And I'm just so caught up in this moment, and I'm about to cry, but I'm just sitting there, just listening to the words, and all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I feel something on my mouth, and I open my eyes, and it's one of the girls kissing me right on my lips. And it's just so crazy, because in that moment, I can do nothing but smile, and we all had a great laugh in the group, and it was just so crazy how, when I was so close to crying and just being so overwhelmed with these emotions, remembering my cousin, that God was able to create a situation that I could do nothing but laugh. It was just such a surreal and special moment, and it's something that I'll never forget.